You can look at my painting and form whatever perspective or opinion, and I think that's the beauty of art.
I'm Danielle Camp, aka Danny. I'm a visual artist, and I'm here being the evidence. The desire is real, and art is my newfound cool.
Come find your newfound cool. Yeah.
I'm excited about this interview right here. And I got a lot of good reasons to be excited because I got Danny Dope with me. The name should say enough. I mean, her name is Danny Dope. I don't even know your last name.
Camp.
I call her Danny Dope. Every time I call her, I say, Danny Dope, what's up?
It's okay, because most people do say that when they see me. Danny Dope, though. I answer to it.
It just rolled good. But it fits you. I mean, you can't have that name if you're not dope. And so she's all the way from Atlanta. And she is a artist. And I just wanted to bring her on. Tell the people about what you do and how you got involved in doing that.
Okay, well, I'm a fine artist. To be specific, I paint in most mediums: acrylic, watercolor, oil. I mostly focus on portraiture, but I just broken into doing murals. And so I travel to different countries, different states, do paintings, work with other artists. And I'm just trying to get my art out there and just trying to make a big impact with my art.
And when she says artist, we're not talking about just putting colors on a piece of paper. We're talking about detail, where the picture like comes at you and it looks like it's a live person. So talk about what art means to you, like the meaning of art.
Well, for me, art is, I didn't choose art. I feel that art chose me. Okay. So what I had to figure out with art is, what do I want to talk about? I feel that, we're given certain things to project something else onto other people, or a message, or to teach. So it's like, why was I given the ability to do art? And through that, I found that, and I love to travel. I love cultures, different languages, different peoples, how they dance, the music, everything. So how can I pull that into art? So with my art, I like to focus on culture and use it as a way to teach about different people, different lifestyles, just different things, social justice. And art is the way I do it. So I definitely think that it's a platform given by, a higher source for me to be able to spread my message.
Wow. So when did you start, or when did you know that you were an artist? Was it something that you were born with? Was it something like your parents just gave you some crayons, and how did it come together?
That's funny you ask. Like I said, I didn't choose this life. It chose me. Yeah. I was 6 years old. I was in first grade, and we were painting watercolor, and I just made this masterpiece. And not to, toot my own horn, but I made this painting that even when I look at it today, I'm like, how did I know to paint it like this, and to make this blurry and this in focus and this detailed and this not? So I was 6 years old. I did this painting. And it was a clown juggling some balls, a mom and a daughter in the background, and a roller coaster. And it's pretty good for a 6-year-old. And my teachers, they noticed that it was a gift or whatever, so they nurtured me. After that, they made sure I was in it actually won a statewide art competition when I was 6. So they made sure they nurtured my ability and made sure I was in all the art competitions, and they made me grow with art, and I've always stuck with it, and it's just been something that I've always done, and I've never, pulled away from.
So you had the desire for it.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously desire is real, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot of people out here with God-given talent, and there's people who have that talent who don't act on it, and there's people who use their talent. So what makes you different, and what, got you to go for it?
Again, I think it's that foundation of having people around you that support you. And, as a child, they give you a brush and you're going to paint. So the fact that they nurture that ability, it became instilled in me. So it's like, I don't know anything else. So even as an adult now, it is easy for people to pull away from the creativity side that's inside of them, because you have to, adult now, you have to pay bills, you have to get a real job, you have to do this and that. But when it's instilled in you that this is in me for a reason, it was given to me, you find a way to make it work. So art, is in me, and I make it work as an adult, as a career. And I just think that creativity, art is important to hold on, and it's great when you have people in your life that could nurture it or support you.
Yeah.
But I'm at a point where I'm going to stick with art whether people support me or not, because it's in me. But it's great when you do have that foundation.
Yeah. But now you got a NewFoundKool now. Like, you more than you doing some big things right now. Like, you went from the paper to like the canvas, and now you doing like side of buildings. Like, how did you paint on the side of a building 20 feet tall? Like, explain how that came into play.
Well, that was a great opportunity I was blessed with, and it is a new avenue that I'm about to take on. And that was, I just came from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I was working with the Walls Project, where we turned a whole road block, like a couple blocks, into a art gallery, outdoor art gallery. So I was chosen to do one of the murals, and it's Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. And it was my first mural. It's 20 feet tall.
Wow.
Honestly, as an artist and as a person, we always have to evolve and, get to that next level. And I've had a lot of accomplishments in my art career. So it's like, so what do I do now to get to the next level? So when this opportunity was presented to me, I've never done it, but I could do it. I know I could do it. I have the talent. I just have to figure it out. So I got there to the wall, and one step at a time, a lot of praying, a lot of, trying to figure this out. And I'm not gonna lie, it was very difficult, but it became personal. So yes, it was a job that I was presented to do, but it came really personal to me as an artist. Like, I'm not just doing this for y'all now, I'm doing this for me and my own evolution. So
Evolution, I like that.
Now that I completed that, and it turned out really good.
Yeah, I see.
It's an accomplishment for me, but that was my level up. So
Level up. So, I mean, there's a lot of like younger generation out here that's inspiring to be artists, but they don't have the avenue. They don't have anybody to look up to. They don't know where to go. So, I mean, what would you say if you were to be the evidence for that younger generation coming up? What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, I definitely know how it feels to not have people in your corner that understand, because that's the thing. It's hard to understand a creative person and to understand what they're trying to do in their lives. It's just hard to understand because we think differently. Yeah. So for anybody that wants to pursue anything in the creative world, I would just tell them to stick with it. Be persistent. And that's one thing I stress a lot. You have to be persistent. You have to keep doing it, because an opportunity only presents itself when you've already done the hard work. Yeah. So you can't just jump into something one day. You have to have been doing it because someone's watching.
Yep.
And when that opportunity comes, they're going to choose you, or you're going to get this job because they see what you've done.
Your work ethic.
So whether people are in your corner or not, as long as you believe in what you're doing, it's going to pay off. But you have to believe in yourself first, whether no one else is. And then once you start making these moves, 20 feet murals, then they're going to, okay, I see what you're doing there, and then you'll get that support.
Look, Danny dope. Danny dope. Listen, people out there want to know where your artwork is, how to get in touch with you, how to book you, how to get you to paint whatever they want. Like, let the people know how to get in touch with you.
Okay, well, I'm based out of Atlanta. I do a lot of shows out there, and I actually travel. I do shows in other states and sometimes other countries. A way to reach me, I have my website, www.daniellecamp.com. My Instagram, Danny Dope Though, and Facebook, Danielle Camp. And I'm pretty easy to find. And I'm always willing to, bring my art out or, expose people to what I'm doing.
Danny Dope, NewFoundKool, Desire is Real. Let's wrap.